Hey guys, welcome to I am William Prouty and Nexus. Hey guys, I'm William Prouty and Nexus. Let's dive into horror, the Lives Lost count, where we tell you the victims in horror movies, anime, TV, the wackiness of the wackiness of anime, the musical of music videos and musicals, of musical horror movies. The action pack of action movies and action horror movies. And thrillers! Thriller night! And beyond of the YouTube algorithm. I am your host with the most. Today I'm doing It's Alive, released in 1974. A Larry Cohen production. Honestly, he did sadly die in 2019, but of cancer. But the director did both sequels. There are two sequels. It's alive again. It's Alive 3, The Island. It's Alive 2018. 2008. He also did Full Moon High, Return to Salem, a Stephen King film, which I'm no stranger to Stephen King. If anybody wants a Stephen King adaptation again, leave it know in the comments. But also, he did Maniac Cop. Everybody know I did Maniac Cop for how many, when did I did the first Maniac Cop? I did Maniac Cop in 2020, in 24, in 2004, in 2024. So that means if anybody want me to do a recount of Maniac Cop, let me know. So, if anybody want to know, this is a PG horror movie. And some of the gore is very tame in back of the era. And it's actually campy fun. Honestly. It also has some drama. But honestly, only the reboot have the name of the baby. It did justice in the reboot, but the three babies in the sequels, It's Alive Again, and Alive Island just have the last name of the freaking but honestly, so here's my question: how they did the Davis baby take out after being bored? Let's find out and get to the life's loss. The movie begins with the Warner Brother company. Warner Brothers is a part of the Warner community in 1972. If anybody wants to know, it actually doesn't develop of MTV. And we Larry Cohen production with a title card. It's alive. Why Larry Cohen created It's Alive? It's Alive is created by a social commentary and genre that control over the monster effect and the Cohen know the low budget impact that often shoot without permits. And the real location is gritty and realistic. Feel smitted. It's Alive is signature and memorable characters, moral dilemmas. The film blends science fiction with horror, drawn on Frankenstein mythos, but reframing the monster as the production incorporate environment humors rather than the mad scientists. Social political commentary. The movie is made just a year after Roe v. Wade legalized abortion. In the U.S., it didn't avoid the rigid stance on abortion rights. Cohen designed it so audience interpret it as a pro-choice or pro-life. Let viewers own belief and shape reading. There's has international and political position in the alternative audience, while open and the moral question kept the story engaging. Border culture. Honestly, the 1970 big pharma environment pollution and the scandal. Created of monsters is not a single of the creation and accountability. Cohen approach was make a film that would force audience to interpret themselves in short. Cohen create It's Alive to deliver a striking blend of horror and use a monster baby that the audience marks the film. The intro is flashing lights and we see Frank and Lenore Davis. She awoken. It's time. It's time. Playing Frank is John P. Ryan, who died in 2007. But he appeared in the sequel It's Alive Again and the class of 1999. As Mr. Halden. He also is in The Death Wishes. Playing Lenore Davis is Shannon Frill. She dies in 2023. She in Night of the Comet Outdoors. They have their second kid, and Frank wakes up his son Chris, who's not, and also who's not awake, but they're talking about Charlie, who played by William Wellman Jr., who actually is in the Alfred Hitchcock Hour. For the time, the cat is in the crib, and it's time for him to stay with Charlie. They have a baby, and Frank is excited that they actually in the labor room. One of the nurses having, and Frank kissed Lenore. The coffee and poison themselves and reaches stronger and bigger. They wait the vending machine and they actually mention slug and snails are the bigger problems. And Franca walks in as she gives birth as something wrong. As she actually birth time, and the baby will be out in, but in 30 seconds. But at exactly 13 minutes and 40 seconds, a male doctor was mauled to death. I guess that one way to start a franchise. Frank ran up to his wife's room. A male doctor and a female doctor see them mauled to death at 14 minutes and 3 seconds. The baby got some anger issues when it born. Lenore was screaming. Frank is freaking out that they stole the baby. Like the Lindor baby. And still alive. Unlike the Lindor baby, was kidnapped and never seen alive again. The lieutenant said that a small air vent that Frank see Lenore. Frank cannot say anything she did. Anything radioactive and quiet. The baby they had to destroy and cuts to outside. And Frank read the newspaper. And the walk-in, he got a parking ticket, rip it up, and the baby got named, and a man got cut to a woman to a car, and the Davis baby slash the woman off screen at 25 minutes and 50 seconds. She got slash and diaper rash. Frank came walk out and see Mr. Clayton. The connection is about 3 vacation days, and its image. Now he say that he taken them away to another. They never talk about won't wish on the worst enemy and work and the media people and his employees to send the reporter, send him home and hounded on him. Driving Frank home, Lenore, Frank told his son Chris that everything is okay and stay with Charlie longer. And the son watching TV and Charlie taking him fishing. We found a unnamed musician die off screen by the Davis baby slash in the neck at 34 minutes and 14 seconds. Joke, he wanted music, he got a music diaper rash. They want to kill babies. They want to kill the Davis baby. Now the nurse give Lenore pills and say the baby did Lenore breakdown, and the nurse report is a report that the Davis go out and Charlie and Chris go fishing, and the milkman that leave milk and at 40 minutes and 27 seconds, the milkman got mauled to death, and the best death, milk flying, and Davis got milk. The policeman seen the Davis baby in the 1974 film was designed with renowned special effects of Rick Baker, an Oscar winner that later Mutant baby that with the baby feature Luma wire amateur and allow amateur limbs, adjustable eyeballs, which could be manipulated to achieve realistic and achievable on screen. For close-up shots, Baker create a full mutant head, infant gloves, and partial body suit, famously worn by his girlfriend and later wife, Ellen Parkland. The design was notable for created. The director ideals was dress up a cat or using chickens to mimic the baby, and ultimately the Baker analyzed the baby prop and horror of the grotesque explosion. The baby, the infant rarely used show the period cross-reference and to making the appear convincingly animated and terrifying, overexposed, special, and infiltrated. In summary, Rick Baker of the Davis baby combined prosthetics, animatronics, and created work being muted in 1970. The Millman scene achieved a Rick Baker a puppet, partial body, and the murderous infant was designed by Rick Baker, a full body puppet. For the Millman scene, the baby was largely represented that a latex puppet built of the aluminum and the oxygen, and the eyeballs are emulating lifelike. The puppet imitated the rods and a large bite. Additionally, the interaction of the milkman shown grabbing and biting of the milkman position of the legs are only very good angles of the distort baby vision and the velocity of the puppet. The blood effects that spill milk with fake blood flowing is a slow motion of the darkly of the. Honestly, the effects are really good. The POV of the baby is good, but the process. Frank checked the documents and forgot that, and Lenore want to have them for dinner. Lenore walks around doing dishes. Frank sees the light bulb. The teddy bear falls and whine. The filthy birth control problem, successful rate. The police came house. Honestly, the house and the phone closed, and the unnamed police officer killed off screen at 49 minutes and 46 seconds. And now they tried a baby that a cop that they were unseen, and another police officer go down at a throat slash by the Davis baby. He heard his scream at 55 minutes and 13 seconds. They saw him dead, and the figure of the milk, the Watch His Bed, and Paul Newman movie, and Empty, and told Chris no. As she laughed, he see Chris room trash and Chris dog stuff. Lenore's watching cartoons and say, don't call Charlie. He actually outside that Chris made him mad. Honestly, the baby's eyes are barely focused and covered like an alien because the blurriness is unclear and not human, and the fear and the mutation of their fang-like mouths, their claws, and abnormal blurriness. And the double vision is because of possibly because they are in focus of the eyes. Literally, the blurry eyes are a symbol of their aggressive and normal states. While exact cinematography is alive again, the blurriness is achieved of focus shifts of the camera, and the blurriness of the it's a cult film like it's alive, a deformed that honestly where I go with this. A physical growth with the traits of the mutated genes. Fangs and claws are primarily of a hunch. Elongated limbs are extruded features. Eyes are wide and fearless. Skin texture level is scary. Here in 1978, some features, which became a memorable detail of YouTube fans. In short, 1978 is more realistic. When the fridge is open, Charlie called Chris, and he ran, and Chris didn't move the blanket, and Chris is coming, and Charlie is right behind him, and Chris go for the basement door, and Frank shot the gun and the animal, and count on, and we actually saw the cat, but I don't count animals. While Charlie is here and gotta stop Lenore, but it's time, and Chris bro, the first time and scare is shoot at 1 hour 11 minutes and 51 seconds. Charlie got his neck, and Charlie death was achieved with practical effects that pioneered with staging of a maximum null and and childhood safety of the actor, and the legacy of Charlie Death is emotional and secret refuge. In summary, Charlie Death relied on Frank shoot again, and he said that no relationship to Frank slap him, and Chris say take Chris upstairs, and now they are hunted with him, and Frank go dad, and he crying, and he ran, and the baby said he can't, and the gun pointed, and anyone at 1 hour 28 minutes and 16 seconds, the Davis baby and the doctor got shot in gunpoint. They're both dead, and Lenore cry, and the movie ends with and it got told there another mutant baby in Seattle, and the movie ends. How many lives lost did the Davis baby did on his rampage? Let's find out and get to. Wait, why there's a stuffy? Ah! Let's get to the numbers. "13 people lost their lives on It's Alive. 9 males and 4 females. Honestly, this 1974 people had the Davis baby on Rampage with a runtime of 91 minutes. We got lives lost every hour at 7 minutes. With the great acts of execution, I give it to the Milkman. Honestly, Rick Baker's special effects are so good. Honestly, throw the milk and have the milk spilled out is why this actually have. The whippy axe goes to the woman who got killed off screen. It just showed the Davis baby is alive that released in 1974, but it failed at the box office. But it became better at the sequels, which I will actually do next week after Damien Season 1. I am the guy that loves babies. I'm William Prouty, aka Nexus. Have a good day. Bye.